Hi everyone, welcome to another round of Young 7 Yang game reviews. I kind of got my games scattered all over the floor here, but we're going to be going over some new games. Before I do get started though, I do want to say that I have been making videos far and few between. In other words, this is the first video I've made in a while, and I haven't been making reviews or the best of videos or gameplay videos lately. The reason for that is I've just been really busy. I'm a substitute teacher slash teacher, and studying for my MBA at the moment, so mixed with homework and schoolwork plus the kid at home, just haven't had time lately. Now I will be getting back into doing videos in the not too distant future. I would say in the next few months, at least 2-3 months, as soon as school is freed up a bit. But let's go back into some of the things we're going to be talking about today. Some new additions to my collection: Biohazard HD Chronicles, which basically was a Wii game ported over to the PS3. You have the top one, which is Biohazard. Let's see, was it Biohazard Umbrella Chronicles, which is right here. Sorry, it takes me a while to read the Japanese there. That's Umbrella Chronicles. And then Biohazard Umbrella Chronicles. And then we have Biohazard, which is in English, thankfully. Dark Side Chronicles. Again, it's hard to read that because the camera won't unblur it. But anyway, both of these are the HD remixes from the Wii game. It does require the move to play it. You can play it with the traditional controller, but it's not recommended. These games are great because they do go through Resident Evil or Biohazard 0 through Part 2. It doesn't really touch too much on the first one goes through 0 through 2, and then that's Biohazard Umbrella Chronicles, and then Dark Side Chronicles touches on 3 through Code Veronica, plus a little bit of extra in between Code Veronica and 4, which goes over the connection between Leon and Krauser, if you're familiar with those two characters. Anyway, this is a great collection to own. I do recommend, though, that you import the Asian version and not the Japanese version, simply because the Asian version comes with a little nice box right here, and it also comes with 2 special books, as you can see here. So, and the price is virtually the same. Actually, the Asian version is cheaper than the Japanese version, given the price of the yen at the moment. Next on my list is the Asian version of Resident Evil 6. I got this one because I wanted the Biohazard cover, just to keep my collection intact, because every one of my Resident Evil games says Biohazard. Anyway, moving on. I would not buy the US version of this game ever again, simply because a friend of mine did pick it up, and I went to his house to go play it, and I'm a package freak. I love good packaging, and the US packaging is the worst packaging I've ever seen. First of all, it says Resident Evil, which is cool, but the whole cover is blank. It's like a dark blue / black, and then you have Resident Evil 6, and that's it. And then when you open it up, you get blank, nothing on the inside. It's all white, and hold and behold, the one thing that makes packaging nice is your instruction booklet, which is not included in the US version, which kind of baffled me. Anyway, this is a full-fledged instruction booklet, again, which is not included in the US version, and guess how much this one cost me over the US version? In terms of price difference, 0. There is 0 price difference. It's actually a little bit cheaper because you're ordering it directly from China. Now, one of the great things that you get with the Asian version of the game, when you compare it to both the Japanese version and the US version, which only include one piece of downloadable content, is the Japanese or the Asian version comes with 3 pieces of downloadable content. The Catacombs, the High Seas Fortress, and the Rail Yard, which is for online or multiplayer content in the game, which to me is really cool. Alright, so moving on, I'm going to close that. 2 other games I picked up, or 3 other games I picked up for the PS3, is Blaze Blue Continuum Shift Extend, which I finally got. It took me long enough, but I picked it up, and I really do enjoy this game, so I'm not going to say much about it other than it's a cool game, and if you like fighting games, I highly recommend it. Next on my list is Stranglehold Collector's Edition. I got this simply because it was a Collector's Edition, which I know and remembered it had Hard Boiled. That's the only reason I got this. The game itself is a little fun, but it hasn't really withstood the test of time for this current generation of consoles. But it's still okay to play through once in a while. I'm a huge Chow Yun-Fat fan. That's the main reason I have to own it. And guess how much it cost me? A whole $6. Can't beat that. Now, moving on. Let's go ahead and move those out of the way a little bit. And my baby. I ordered Dead or Alive 5, the special edition version. Give me 1 second. You okay, Lynn? Okay. Alright. It's my daughter. She's coughing a little bit today. But anyway, we got a booklet. It came with a full-fledged hardcover book, and it's fully detailed, fully color. One thing I do want to point out is this special edition cost me around roughly $80 after tax, and it's totally worth it. There's nothing bad about it at all. Comes with a poster, which I'm never going to open up unless I can get it framed. The game itself, and a disappointing soundtrack. I didn't like the soundtrack for this. The only thing I don't like about Dead or Alive, to be honest with you, is the main theme music is just, to me, kind of it's a letdown. And the opening intro, there is none. that kind of irked me about the new Dead or Alive game. But other than that, this is actually one of the best Dead or Alive games there is, and it's a lot harder than the other ones. One of the things I will point out is it requires a lot more thinking than the other one does, and it requires a lot more strategizing. They added some new elements into the game, like power blows, which to me I think is great. A lot of people didn't like it, but I prefer the power blows. I prefer the new gameplay style over the original. The character redesign, some of the character redesigns are amazingly great. I mean, Ayana and Kasumi are both very beautiful in this game. This is another cool thing about this game is it includes some Virtual Fighter characters. You know, Tecmo Kyo got a hold of Sega, and they were able to team up to include Akira, Pi, and Sarah from Virtual Fighters. Obviously, my favorite two characters to use are Sarah and Pi. I'm not a big Akira fan, don't ask me why. But Sarah is one of my badass characters from Virtual Fighter since day one. You know, back in the 1995 era. A lot of you guys may remember or may not remember, depending on how old you are. So anyway, let's move on. Our next game that I want to talk about that I picked up recently was Guilty Gear X and Core. Guilty Gear X and Core is actually an excellent game. It's, you know, if you played the old Guilty Gears, and you'll be right back into it. Now, this is the Wii version. Only thing I would say about the Wii version is that you do not play this with the Wii Plus controller, you'll go crazy. Make sure you got the Pro controller, or it's unplayable. For the Wii, it definitely holds its own. And then we have, finally, I imported the Xenoblade Chronicles, which actually, this case is quite nice. And for $50, it can't go wrong. So let me go ahead and open it up for you. Take a good look at it. That's my daughter's feet walking across there. And we can see in there, see, check that out. Double-sided case, double-sided cover, fully color instruction manual. And I'll be looking forward to playing this. Now, I've only got about 2 minutes left on this video before I get hung up on myself, before it turns off. So I'm going to talk about a couple things. Number one is I did pre-order a Wii U. It's fully paid off. I'm waiting for it to come in. The reason why I got it is because I'm a huge Ninja Gaiden fan, and I was totally disappointed with Ninja Gaiden 3 this year. So I'm totally looking forward to Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor Blade. After I saw the previews of the Dismember's back, the blood and gore has been amped up, the character the enemy difficulty has been amped up. Hold on a second. Lynn, leave the dog alone. See them? The dog and girl fighting over there. And then, what else? Anyway, getting back to the topic here. The Wii U is totally worth owning. I've had a chance to demo the system myself already. I'm totally picking it up. I got the white version of it simply because I don't see the point in paying the extra $50 for things that I really don't want. I'm just going to buy the extra memory and call it a day. Anyway, guys, that pretty much sums up this review slash preview slash games I've gotten. And I will be making another video in about, I would say, 30 days, so about a month from now, regarding the Wii U console once I've gotten it, and some really cool PS3 games I have on the way right now, which is kind of a surprise for you guys. Anyway, peace out. Later for now.